I read 8 books this month, so let's get into my wrap up. My book club is amazing and read The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke. I absolutely love this book. So excited that I finally finished up the Sapphic Trifecta. 4 out of 5 stars. Well, 4.25, but rounding. I'm not often a short story collection kind of girl, but A Sunny Place for Shady People is on tier with one of my favorite short story collections. This and Never Whistle at Night, I think, are on the same tier. This was 4 out of 5 stars for me. Still searching for that perfect story collection though. Now these next two, they're 5 stars. They were the moment. They were amazing. Made my month absolutely wonderful. One of those was The Stardust Thief, and the other was The Bound Worlds. I ate both of these up quite quickly. Definitely recommend picking them up, and I'm actually getting to the second book of this series. It's finally coming out, and I have an arc, so really excited about that. February, month of love, I read Swift and Saddled, which I annotated. This is a reread for me for my partner for Valentine's Day, which was a really cute and fun project. I also read This Ends in Embers, which was a 4 out of 5 star read for me. This is the second and last book of a duology, the first book being So Let Them Burn. I enjoyed this. I think the dual point of view from the sisters is the perfect way to tell this story. I love how complex everything that's going on is and how complicated their lives really are as they get shoved into these wars from such a young age and just clawing their way back to a sense of safety and freedom for them and their people, while also maybe losing track of themselves a little along the way and trying to find that again. I also read 2 arcs this month. The first of which was The Breath of the Dragon, which is by Fonda and Shannon Lee. This is heavily martial arts influenced, and it was okay. I think so much of this was just absolutely a love letter to martial arts, kind of to the suffering of the plot at times. You have this deathly competition, and this role as the guardian of the scrolls of heaven is the prize for winning this competition. And there is a near civil war of this country that has been split into the East and West kingdoms. Very interesting world and premise, and where I really started to enjoy the book a lot more was as we got to about 50% onwards, and it became less about just the martial arts and more about the overall politics of the world. So I think this series has a lot of potential, and I'm excited to see where that goes, but this was about a 3.5 star read for me. And last but certainly not least, I read A Drop of Corruption by Robert Jackson Bennett. I was fortunate enough to get this arc after also having the first book as an arc. I continue to love this series and the Sherlock Watson dynamic, with our main character being that Watson in this fantasy murder mystery. As always, highly entertaining, very quick reads, fun, witty, snarky. Absolutely think you should pick up this series. And I did not manage to finish this book, and I'm still working on it, but I'm about 50% of the way through Women, Race, and Class by Angela Davis. I have absolutely loved this, and some part of my reading habits have definitely changed this year as I'm really trying to finish at least one nonfiction book a month, and so far I am averaging that because I'm trying to take my time, take notes, really absorb and learn what I'm reading and sit with it for a little bit. So I'm really excited to finish and this hopefully next month, and definitely already think it's absolutely necessary reading material for anyone who grew up in America and received the same history education that I did.